Hey everybody, it's Linda, and I'm here today to show you the project that I made for a challenge that I'm participating in. Lori over at GrammiesKeepsakes is having a Let's Play challenge, and let me see where I put them. Okay, this is the way that everybody that wanted to participate got 3 of these in the mail from Lori. And what it is a blank check page that she found a box of them at the thrift store. So everybody that wanted to participate got 3 of these. You were to make something, an entry for the challenge, and there were no rules. You could make it, and you could do anything you wanted to with your paper here. And then you could keep 2 for yourself. So I made one for the challenge, then I made a second one, and I'm going to keep this one and put in my stash and use it later. So anyway, that's what it's made out of. So for mine, I chose to make a little journal, and I used a sari silk ribbon for a closure. I used paper. It's digital paper from Antique Papery, and I covered the whole thing with paper, and except the back. The back I used coffee dye. Well, I used a coffee dye sheet on the back, and the rest. This particular page, front here, I forgot. It's been a while since I made a video, so y'all bear with me. I'm kind of bumbling a little bit. I covered it with coffee dyed paper, and then I used a digital that I printed out on a clear 8.5 by 11 sticker sheet, and I put that on the front and wrapped it around here. So it's got a nice feel to it. Anyway, so I did that and inked everything with vintage photo. On the front here, I used a little piece of music sheet and made just a little collage on the front. Put a little embroidery, crochet flower and a little wooden button. There's a little bit of cheesecloth and then some tatting on this side, and then just a little bit of crochet trim on the bottom. So that's the front. I kept it very simple. And on the inside, I made a pocket from a book page, put a little bit of music paper on it, and stamp "This book belongs to," and then there's a place for Lori to write her name if she wants. I made 2 tags for the pocket, for this pocket. These images are printed on the clear sticker paper or address label paper, I guess, and they're from digitals from Nick the Booksmith. So they just go in there like so. And here I made another pocket, and it's just got a little booklet I made, and put some washi tape on it. And I also put washi tape down the side here. And then I put a tag. This is just the back of the book page, translations and notes, it said. And then I used some of the digital paper there. I left this blank. I just added some washi tape. And then here's a piece of shorthand, page from shorthand book. Another one of Nick's images stamped down here. Made another little booklet. Some washi tape on the top, and then another tag with coffee dyed paper on the back. This I left plain. I just stamped lines on here. This was a piece of vintage stationery that I had. Put another stamp. Well, it's here. It bled through, but that's okay. Put the stamp here. Put a stamp on this side. And then in the middle, I used a page from a lady's almanac from 1977. Made a little pocket here and added a tag with another one of Nick's flower images there. Added some more lines on here. Didn't do anything here. I just left this blank. I didn't want to put a whole lot in here because it's just not a very thick book, and I just didn't want to bulk it up too much. And then here's another stamped image. It says Imagine. This is the other side of the shorthand paper. More lined paper. And then this is the back. And it looks like it has 3 pockets, but it really doesn't. It only has 2. So I put some tags in the pockets, and there's 2. Tag for each pocket. Put some lace along here, and yeah, that is about it for this one. I will show you the other one. It's made along the same lines, but with a different use. It's not a journal. So that's the journal. I'm sorry for the lighting. It's kind of dark here, and so I know my lighting is not very good. This is an ephemera pack. So it's full of ephemera of sorts, different kinds. I've got my bow tied here and then a knot now. I can't get it out. I just used a piece of vintage netting of some kind as a tie, so that Lori will have it to use in one of her journals if she wants to. And this one, I enforced the edges with some muslin because they were tearing. And so anyway, I'll start in the front. I used an envelope and I made a pocket, but this part's not a pocket. That's just enclosed in the pocket. This is the pocket back here. I closed up the envelope after I put some paper in it. I thought it turned out pretty cute. And these 2 little tags, I did not make these, and I don't know where they came from, but they were so cute. I thought they looked so good, so I'm sending them to Lori. There's two things in here. There's I made a tag, but it was kind of getting stuck. My things didn't want to stay in, so I used some vellum and made like a pocket in the tag. And in the tag, I have a train ticket to, it's the Yonkers Transit Corporation, and it's just it's a ticket of some sort. Still a little vintage ticket, and then some children's words from a book or from some type of a game. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's in this pocket, and it just slips in there in the back like so. I put another vellum pocket down here, and it really didn't work out too well as a pocket to hold things. It does have one little ephemera card in it, and that's all that's going to be in there. And you'd probably have to get some tweezers to pull it out. So anyway, that would have been better off if I had left that open or just left it alone. But I put that on there, and it was too late to take it off. So that's what I did. In here, I have some ration stamps from, can't remember, this is World War ration book. Yeah, it's got ration tickets in it from 1948. So I added some of those, some Tim Holtz paper dolls, and yeah, so that's it. And I used the vellum again, and I got the idea to use vellum from Gail Augustinelli. She got it from somebody else, but I don't remember who. So I'm stopping with Gail. You want to know whose original idea it was, then you'll have to go over and watch Gail's video, and she'll tell you. I don't remember. Anyway, so I put that in there, and then this has more of the little vellum pockets, and down here on the bottom I put some postage stamps, some ephemera from some kind of a packet that I had. I don't know what it was really. Here are some cigar bands that came off of some cigars that my husband smoked. He smoked cigars on Friday nights with our son and son-in-law. That's their smoke night. So anyway, that's where those came from. And then some small little playing cards with photos of national parks on them. So, and they just slide in. Where did I have them? I suppose they were up here with these. I guess so, yeah. These are a couple of the vintage tags that you can get from Walgreens. That's those. And then these are just some other, well, vintage cards. I think I said tags, but they're cards. And then these are just some cards that I found at the thrift store, and they have recipes for cocktails on them. And that goes in there like so. Over here are some butterflies from one of Tim Holtz. All of this stuff is Tim Holtz in here. Yeah, all of it. So I'm not going to take it out. It's all ephemera from Tim Holtz. And it's in one of his little, the pocket die that you can slip things in. I'm not going to take it out, and I don't remember what you call it. Anyway, over here I have a couple of vintage, what do you call them? Tops that go on milk bottles. I have some coupons that I don't know what they're for, but they come out of these little books here. It just says the coupons in this book are good for merchandise only. They were printed in the 50s. And I don't know what for. I know they were printed in the 50s because it says 1905. So I don't know what they were for, but they'll be fun to use. Here's just a few little metal things. There's the Tim Holtz stuff is in there. Little memo pen and little paper clips and things like that. So a couple more pieces of ephemera here that are just out of some pack of things that I had. Nothing big. And then these were kind of interesting, and I thought Lori might enjoy some of these. They're old Christmas seals from, they go back all the way into the 50s. These right here are from 53. And they go up to, I think, the 70s. Maybe the early 80s, I'm not sure. But I have a lot of those, so I thought I would send her a few of those. And, yeah, that's it. It just closes up like this. And then, oh, yeah, and then this. These are some, just some of the, well, let me see if I can open it up and I'll show you what's in it. Because I made a couple. This I made It's just a Tim Holtz image in there. And I made it from these slides here. Sending Lori some. And it was just, I just took it apart, took the little film strip out and turned it this way and put this photo in. And I actually used a stamp and stamped on here just to give it some interest, I suppose you'd call it. On the back, I stamped on it, but you can still see the writing. And I didn't do anything to the back. I think what I would probably do if I was going to do another one, or the next one I do, I think I'll put a piece of coffee dyed paper on the back of it. But the front of it I'll do like this, I think. I like the stamping, and I like the way it turned out. And then for these, and these are like these little coin envelopes. You just put your coin in and close them up, and I guess just glue them together. And I just took an image that I had that I got from Pinterest, little girl, and put her in between there, and used some vintage photo ink and distressed it. And then I added a little stamp there on the bottom. And then on the back, to finish it off, I put a piece of music paper. And there's so much more you can do with these. But I kept it pretty simple. I put a little crochet flower there at the top. But you could put a hole in them and make a dangle out of them and, you know, whatever. Anyway, that is what's in here. And I just ran out of places to put stuff, so I'm just sitting this inside and closing it up. But that is my entry for Lori's Let's Play Challenge. I had a good time. I haven't had a chance to do much in a while, so I did enjoy this little challenge, and it made it very easy because there were no rules and you could do what you wanted, and it just made it a lot easier to get back into things. I haven't did any crafting in quite a while, so it was fun to do some, and like I said, I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm going to get this off into the mail for Lori. Let's stick that in there like so, and get this tied back up, and yep, that's it. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you spending a little time with me. If you stayed around, you might have got too bored and left. But if not, thank you for sticking around and watching. And I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.